Hey, what's up, guys and gals? It's me, your old buddy Mr. Moose, back with another edition of Farming Simulator 2015. So today we're on the dedicated server, and if things look a little bit different to you, that's because, well, we're not in Kansas anymore. Or are we in Kansas? I don't know where we're at. We're not on Graceland anymore. We're actually on a map called States version 11. Yeah, you know, I've been talking about refreshing the server a little bit, changing things up, making it a little bit better. And so I decided I'd go ahead and start fresh all over with a new map, different equipment, and just kind of change things up a little bit. So we have loaded in states. I talked to some folks and asked around to see what maps you guys might want to play on, any suggestions from you guys. And several people suggested this one. It was one I'd been thinking about, and yeah, I thought, okay, well, it's a big map. It's got lots to do on it. It should keep everybody occupied. And as you can see, it's got big fields, as well as it's got your dairy cattle, sheep, chickens, but it's also got fattening beef, fattening pigs, fattened chickens, as well as it also includes 3 greenhouses to maintain as well. So should be lots to keep everybody occupied. So we'll go ahead and do that. Just kind of look at the map here, let you see. You start off with fields 8, 9, and 5 when you begin the game. You start off with about $500,000 in the bank, but no equipment. You have to buy your own equipment and go from there. Now, I did load in quite a bit of money because it is a dedicated server and there can be up to 10 people on at a time, so I need enough equipment for people to be able to keep themselves entertained. So I did put $10 million in and bought quite a bit of equipment so we could get started. You'd be surprised how fast, though, $10 million goes down the drain when you're setting up your server. But we've got everything already purchased. I haven't put it in place, but thought I'd drive you guys around the map and show you everything in case you've never seen it. This is the northeast corner of the map, and this is where the forestry section of the map is set up. It's not much to it, but you got your mill up here as well as a rail line, and then he's got quite a bit of trees up here that you could come in here and clip out and take and sell and make a little money if you so desire to do forestry. Now, we don't really do forestry on the dedicated other than just occasionally do it just to have some fun between the gang. We have done forestry before, just as, you know, like 1 or 2 times on the map. It's more of an arable farming server in case you haven't ever seen what we do with the dedicated. And the reason for that is forestry just tends to drag the server down, and it can cause a lot of lag if you get too much wood on the ground. So I just choose to not do forestry on the server, and just unless it's a special occasion, like one night we'll get a chainsaw and a couple pieces of equipment and go out and drop some trees and have some fun. But for the most part, it's pretty much just an arable farming type situation. Anyways, coming on in here real quick just to show you where things are at in the map. We're still up in the northeast corner of the map, and right here is where our spinnery is. So anything that is wool or on pallets will be delivered up here to sell. That includes the vegetables that you get, as well as there is a tip point up here for a sell point, and the butcher is up here as well. So if you have to sell off animals, they come over here to the butcher. I believe that's this building right over here. So if we drive around to the back side of it, there's probably going to be a sell point to bring the animals. I do believe it's going to be right here. It sure is. So there's a couple of piggies right there sitting, and drops them off. I do believe this map you just purchase the animals straight through the console, and then you just that puts them in. And unlike Graceland, where you actually could go buy the animals and bring them to the farm, which I kind of enjoyed, and I don't know. I think I might miss that not being there. Another ATM machine to pay off your debt. Water trough there. Come on around. There's lots of storage on the map for putting vehicles in. And there are lots of fertilizer. It is set up for soul mod if you wanted to do the soul mod. But again, I think it's going to be kind of a hassle to do on a dedicated server. So I opted not to put it in. So we'll just be, you know, standard farming. Gas station here. We really don't need. And then we'll head on down towards the main farm and show you guys that. There's another sell point right here where you can sell things off at the train station or freight yard. Yeah, there's the freight yard. A little train sitting there. I don't think there's an active train on the map. I think it's just the rail line. I haven't seen a train go by, let's put it that way. Alright, so we get down here by the area where the main farm is off to our right. We're going to go left first. This is where the fattening beef area is right here. You've got 2 buildings for fattened beef. And we'll fill those up eventually. The manure's on the back side of it as the slurry is right here on the corner. And then you come around onto the front side. There's nothing where the feeders used to be. That's because in the map setup, the gentleman who did this opted to put those right down here all together. So the next set of buildings is pigs. So the first 2 water bins go to the beef. The second 2 go to the pigs. Same with the grain towers. And then you have your root clamps right here to put your root vegetables in here. And the first 2 go to the beef, the second 2 go to the pigs. So this is the Ghost of Bacon Pass right here, which is better known as the pig barns, where we'll be fattening up those. Dead ahead of us is the greenhouses. And these are flipped around, so the location for the veggies is on the front side of it to put the seeds is over here or to the west, or no, actually this would be to the south, wouldn't it? But anyways, this is where the seeds go in, your water, fertilizer, and the diesel fuel for the generator goes right here. And then you'll get your veggies down here. I'm not sure what veggies we get out of this one. I haven't looked yet, but we have 3 greenhouses to take care of. Then we come around here. There are 4 chicken coops to deal with, and those are here. We'll have to get those loaded up as well. So that is where they are. And again, there's a lot of fertilizer and all over the map, but the seed bunkers are they're placed out a little bit. So getting seed for the greenhouses, you can pretty much got to come back here to the main farm, which is right ahead of us. So as we enter the farm, you've got a couple of silage clamps here. Sheep are over here on this side. The game does start you off with like 50 cattle, 20 sheep, I think like 20 chickens, 10 chickens, something like that. Once again, we have dry storage or bulk storage for grasses and windrow and things of that nature. So you will be utilizing that, and that's one of the criteria I look for when I set up a farm for the multiplayer. Is I want to have that bulk storage because bales again cause lag, and I don't want to be having a laggy server. So we'll be using the bulk storage here. Right at the end of the storage, you'll see there's the mix station, the Maru mix station. So that will be utilized to make our mixed rations up. You guys have seen me use one of those. That's no big deal. Over here, though, on the dairy farm, it does have the auto feeders. So we'll be having to use those to feed the dairy cattle. If you've never used those, you basically put your 3 elements into each of the bins, and it automatically takes care of feeding the animals for you. I'll do a video on that. I've already done one on the feeding system. If you haven't seen it, it was a Holzhausen video, but I have done a video on that before. So, but we'll cover it again as we play on the multiplayer here. Storage over here, probably going to throw some implements into this one, and probably store a whole bunch of tractors in the other one there on the corner. And then we'll come on around here. More storage over to our right. The main house is right here. As we pull in from the main house, another little water trough. There is your chickens are back over this direction. As is the storage for the root vegetables, for potatoes and sugar beets. And then over here we've got our grain dryers and our drop for all of our cereals and our harvest, and all your dryers here in silos. BGA right in front of us. Right over here where you see the Lamborghini and the Brantner trailer, that's the closest place I have found seed to for the greenhouses. So if you're filling up the greenhouses, it looks like this is where you're going to have to come in order to get seed for it. I was testing that out to make sure it worked. I believe that's sell point for bales right there, judging from the hay sitting on the ground at it. This particular building here is probably where I'm going to put the combines and the headers for the combines. Probably put them in here. Looks like we should be able to fit them all in here. We'll see. I haven't really gotten into that. So biogas is over there, and then you've got your what is it? Your sell point for wood chips right there. There's a composter here at the nursery or garden center, I would call it. So there's the composter there for it, used to make compost. Is that really what you use a composter for, Moose? I didn't know that. I thought you used a composter to make tomatoes. That was a stupid comment, wasn't it? It's a composter. It's used to make compost. You learn something new every day, don't you? That's why y'all watch this channel, because I give y'all all kinds of intelligent information that shows you exactly what you didn't know. I bet you didn't know a composter made compost. God, I'm an idiot. Anyways, sometimes I wonder about myself. Then we get over here to the shop. The shop where Moose has been spending the morning purchasing toys. So like I said, I'm going to keep it pretty stock on this map. There are going to be some mods for things that I just can't stand out of the game, like the Peterbilt 389s are going to be in here from I think it's Rainbow Dave or whatever his name is that did these. So those are done. And then we've got the LBJ's grain trailers, the Wilson grain trailers that LBJ put out. Let's see, field side container for slurry, the Flegel overloaders for doing manure and putting grass in when you're mowing grass. A couple forage harvesters. I might get 2 more of those, just depends on how busy we are. The Joshkin trailers for hauling the animals. You can also use those just the same way I did the Flegel truck to do vegetables. You can use those Joshkin trailers for that as well. I even used those one time to haul a skid steer around. So you can multi-purpose use those. Tippers, couple agri-liners for tippers, some of the coat universals to use for the liquids. Then you've got, I went ahead and got 3 manure spreaders, 3 slurry sprayers. I got to figure out what I'm going to do about an injector. The last one bogged the tractors down and made them really, really slow. I'm going to test it and see if that was map or mods or something like that. I'm going to test it with the tractors we're using this time and see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll have to find a different injector, or we'll just have to spray. I really don't like to just spray it because I know in a lot of places it's illegal to spray. Yeah, everything has to be injected. We're going to use the same John Deere 200 Packers from Reaper. And then I went and got LBJ's disc, the newer version of the disc that he has for you guys. They're only 8 foot instead of 10, but anyways, got those. And then we come to the rest of the machinery that we'll be using on the farm this time. So we're going to go with the New Holland farm for the most part this time. Just to do something a little bit different. I am going to still use the John Deere seeders. You guys seem to like those, only at 14 meters. Then we come up here. I've got the John Deere, the New Holland 1090s. I went ahead and got 3 of them, though I know these fields are really big and we could put 4 or 5 of them on there. But let's be honest, there's only 10 slots on the server right now, and so it really doesn't do any good to get any more than 3 of them, because you still got to have a couple of people tending to them. So you can't have like 5 and nobody to dump them off. So 3 of them I think is a good number. So we'll go with 3. If we find we need more, and maybe we run 1 person driving with 2 following that person or whatever, using follow me, and then 1 person's driving around trying to tend to all of them. We'll just see. But right now we'll just go with the 3. I did get the large draper heads for it, to use. That way you can haul them around, tow them, and then the New Holland corn headers to go along with them. Then as far as the tractors and everything, I went ahead and stuck with the Caterpillar front loader, which is just a modified New Holland. And then over here you've got the John Deere 8600i we're going to use for the forage harvester this time. I like this mod. A lot of you guys like this mod, and I kept thinking about adding it over onto the server. Back when we were on Graceland, I never did, so I've got to add it in here to use. I've only got the corn head purchased right now. If we need the mower head or the windrower head, let me know and we'll get it. But pretty much it seems like the only time we ever use it is when we're doing corn. So we'll just have the corn header on there and we'll go from there. Then as far as the tractors go, went all New Holland T8s. So I know some people like the tracked version. Some people like the smaller version. That's there's just like 100 difference of 100 horsepower on the 2 of them. So I went ahead and got 3 of each, 3 with the wheeled, 3 of the tracked. That way you've got a little heavier tractor for pulling a plow, and then the smaller ones for just running around the rest of the time. As far as the weights go for the front, I'm using the OBM. It was OEB modding. OEB modding's front weights. They're adjustable. All you gotta do to adjust those is hit the enter on the numpad, and it adds 100 pounds of weight each time to it to give yourself a little bit more front weight. Then we got the chrome Big M's. These are the ones that have the attachment on the back, so you can hook the forage harvester right up to the back of it, or the forage wagon to the back of it. Ooh, little desync there, but you can hook the forage wagon right up to the back of it, so you can mow and collect grass at the exact same time. You guys probably saw me do that on Graceland. And then I went ahead and for the front loader decided to get the Merlot this time and put it in. So you guys will have to download that as a mod, but I like it. It's a nice little telehandler. It has all the adjustable steerings on it, so crab steering, rear wheel steering, all of that, so you can move around a lot better and when you're doing that. And then of course the CSZ forks, because they worked a lot better on the pallets. So that's about it equipment wise. What I've got purchased, I'll go ahead and get all that moved over, put into spot, and then we'll get to going on this farm. I think a couple of fields are already starting to come up ready for harvest. As a matter of fact, we've got one here that is ready to harvest. that we actually own. So, and I'll probably go buy a couple of more fields to get going. We do, like I said, we do own 5, but we do own this one here that is up and ready to go, which is wheat, which is good because we need to start getting that wheat cut and get straw collected, so we can start getting the farm set up. So it looks like we got wheat, a little barley, and what is that, soybean? So I'll probably go ahead and purchase 4 and go ahead and get it going. And then funny, they start you with 1, which is a grass field. So, and we'll probably leave 1 and 7 grass fields because that looks like the only places we can cut grass. Who knows? Might make another one. Might make another grass field. We never know. But anyways, that's the map, and that's the equipment I've got set up. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I thought I would keep it a little more stock this time, just because it'll keep down on the amount of stuff you guys have to download, and it also controls the it also lessens the amount of things that the server has to process, you know, and less errors and things like that to deal with. There was like the last set of mods that I had there was like, I think 10 of them that had errors in them. Most of them were like the DDS file was too big, but nevertheless, those are little things that cause little hiccups on the server. So I went ahead and got rid of as many of those as I can. I still got 3 of them that show an error, but again, it's little stupid things like the DDS file, image file is too big, you know. And I want the mod more than I care about that little error. So but otherwise, I think that's about it. I mean, there might be 1 or 2 things that we still need to add in. I know there was a lot of people like the Bergman trailer over the AgroLiner trailer and stuff like that. And, you know, it's like we'll start off with this and we'll grow into the equipment. And if we need other pieces, we'll get other pieces. But we'll go from... try to use this as a starter kit and get going. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the map, and I'm looking forward to playing, and hopefully you guys will jump on and enjoy the server as well, as there's a lot of work to go to get it started and get it up and running again. So hopefully I will see you guys on, and I will catch you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, have a great day, bye bye. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I hope you consider giving it a like, maybe even sharing it with your friends. It does help me out a tremendous amount and is greatly appreciated. Also, leave some comments down below. That's really the only way I can gauge if you guys are enjoying what's being put out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want daily notifications. I try to do a new video each and every day. Also, if you want to stay in touch with me and find out what's going on, our social links are down in the bottom left-hand corner. Twitter is where I usually announce schedule changes, live streams, and new video releases. Facebook's a great way to get in touch with me if you have any questions to ask. And of course, I am trying to get to 1,000 followers on Google+, which I know I'll probably be old and gray before that happens. But if you can jump over there and follow me, it would be super awesome. So if you like today's video, there's a whole lot more content on the channel. I hope you'll browse through it, find something to keep yourself entertained until the next video or live stream. Speaking of live streams, I try to do them nightly around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until the next time, thanks again for watching. See you soon.